What they should do? You find them. Well, first of all, a lot of people aren't watching the NFL now. Right? A lot of people aren't watching, and it's actually sad. All they have to do is say, you do the kneel, you're out for one game, right? You do another kneel, you got 2 games. You do another one, you're out for 3 games. If you do another one, you're gone for the season. I guarantee you, the kneeling's going to stop. And they have the right to do it. I don't know what's wrong with the commissioner, why he doesn't do this. Because the people of this country do not want to see disrespect for a flag or anything. Now, if I heard Henry McMaster was opposed to that view, then I probably have to take away my endorsement. But anyway, so the country is doing well. We have a long way to go. You know, what people don't realize, I came in, and you see some of the GDP numbers. We're at 1.2%, we were at low. And I speak to foreign, I actually, believe it or not, get along very well with almost all of the foreign leaders. And you talk to them, how are you doing? Not well at all. These are monster countries that nobody really even knows about. You know, how many people do you have? 140 million people. That's a big country, 140. I said, but how are you doing? He goes, no, not well. I said, why aren't you doing well? What's your GDP down to 7%? 7! I said, we're at 1. And they're unhappy. And we're like, oh, everything's wonderful. Didn't Obama do a great job, right? We had the worst recovery in history. The worst recovery in the history of our country. But now we're making up for lost time. Yeah. But it is amazing. And then I hear, but the United States is so big that we can't get up to those numbers. So I meet with Modi, Prime Minister of India. I say, how many people do you have? 1.5 billion. Ah, that's a big country. How are you doing with GDP? Close to 8%. We are extremely unhappy. I said, I hear the United States is so big, we can't go up in those numbers. You got 1.5 billion people. And China's at 7 or 8% almost always. And I say, why are we at 1%? So each point is the equivalent of $2.5 trillion. So in other words, if we have 1 point, it picks up for the entire tax cut plus. And we'll do that. So last quarter, we were at 3.2%. In fact, remember it came out at 3%. Then they reluctantly raised, because we still have some holdovers, they reluctantly raised it 3.1. Then they really finalized it out at 3.2. So we were at 3.2. And this quarter, I thought would even be better, but we got hit with some hurricanes. Did anybody hear that? No. Got hit with a few rather vicious hurricanes, so that could have a little impact. But we're going to have a very good quarter anyway. We're probably maybe 0.5%, so who knows? It gets hit. But we will be hit by the hurricanes. But we are doing great. We are doing great. But how we're really going to rock it is with the tax cuts. And if we do, and reform. But with the tax cuts. If we do the tax cuts, you know, many of you will be doing your tax return on 1 piece of paper. Just one piece of paper. No more hiring H&R Block. How much is that? $750. Oh, great. It took you 10 minutes. That's a pretty good business. The only company that will not like us, Henry, is H&R Block. They're not thrilled. They're not going to be thrilled. But I will say that we have such potential in our country. We've ordered now, as you know, close to $800 billion for the military, the budget. And when have we needed it much more? Now, we've had times, and I can't say it's the most, and we did have World War I and World War II, and we had a lot of things, but we need military. We have to take care of our military, and we are really taking care of our military. And again, that's good. We're close to $800 billion worth of military budgets, and a lot of that's new equipment, new ships, and new everything. And you know, this is a very military era. That's why they said, I don't know if Trump can win. It's military. I said, wait a minute, military? I'm going to get all the military. They said, well, he's very close to Bush. And I said, oh, that's good. But I think, did we get the military or what? And we won by a massive amount, and they just went on from there. But South Carolina was so important to me. The other thing we're taking care of, because I was here and very strongly talked about it here because of the big military importance. But the thing that's very important is the vets, and we have done an amazing. We're only in 9 months, right? We're in 9 months, and we have done so much, like accountability. So the VA accountability, now you couldn't get it passed. They could not, under any circumstances, get it passed. And I got it passed. So important. The accountability, and you know, when they talk about legislature, they say, well, Trump hasn't done anything with the legislature. We have 51 bills, or more than that now, passed. And we're only here, so we had 9 months. I said it today, it was very interesting. I said, look, we're here 9 months. We almost got health care. We actually had it, and then one person voted against it. I don't know who, I can't think of the name. That was a little bit of a, I said, this can only happen to me. Here we go, let's go. Back to the drawing boards, but I think we're going to actually get better. Because of it, I think we're going to actually end up with a better health. We're going to do the block grants ultimately. And right now, the CSRs, you know, hundreds of millions of dollars being paid as really, I want to use a horrible word, but let's say it's a subsidy to the insurance companies. Let's say it's a giveaway to the insurance companies, throwing money into the pockets of the insurance companies. Any insurance executives here? Because you're not going to vote for them, you know. But the Democrats, you take a look at the campaign contributions they get from the insurance companies. You just have to see this. So it's called CSR payments. Everyone knows what I'm talking about, right? It's hundreds of millions of dollars paid a month. And it goes into the pockets of the insurance companies. I said, I'm not going to pay it. And people get it. You know, I immediately know, they say, oh, you're taking it away from poor people. And because I did that, the Democrats called, and they want to negotiate a deal. And we'll negotiate, but I have a feeling it's going to be a short deal, because ultimately we're going to do Lindsay's deal. Lindsay and Bill, right? We're going to do that. I really do like the idea of, you know, block granting it back to the states. The states will run it better. It's a smaller government. We have to focus on North Korea. We have to focus on Iran. We have to focus on the Middle East. That somebody got us into the Middle East. Okay? I won't get into who got us in, but we got into the Middle East. What a mess. I inherited the worst mess you've ever seen. But step by step, we are taking care of it. You see it. What a mess. But we are indeed taking care of it, and it's going to get better, and it's going to get bigger, and we're going to be more and more beautiful. And I just want to tell you, this state, I met with Boeing today, I met with Samsung, and actually Samsung, where are the Samsung people? Where are they? They were here. Oh, there they are. What are you doing in the back? That's amazing. But the Samsung people, they're great. It's a great company. I have a lot of Samsung television sets that I bought over the years. Thousands. And they make great product, but they were worried about tax. I said, no. Build here, you have no tax. Build and think you're going to sell it into our, you know, eventually we're going to have a little bit of an interesting skirmish going on. But build here and you have no tax. In other words, you build your product, whether it's washing machines, and they make good washing machines, you got to build them here. But there's no tax. And they said, oh, I like that. But that's the way it is. You make your cars here, there's not going to be a tax. We're not going to have taxes when they create jobs in the United States.
That's good.
But for years and years and years, inconceivable what was going on, where companies are moving out, whether it's to Mexico or other places, firing everybody, making product, and just selling it right across the border like they never even moved, except they fired all of those thousands and thousands and actually millions and millions of people. And then you see these empty factories, empty plants all over the country, and it's a disgrace. And those days are over. Now we have car companies moving back. Did you see Toyota announced, and a lot of them announced that they're coming back into the country. And honestly, whether it's, and I know you have a great BMW plant, great. And whether it's in South Carolina or Michigan, or just as long as they're in. And you know what? You negotiate against them, have competition. We just want them, we want them in our country. We don't want to have them outside of our country, taking advantage of it like they have been for years. So we have tremendous things going on. Companies are coming back. Jobs, I mean, frankly, jobs with the unemployment rate the lowest in almost 17 years. As I said, we need to have and train more people because we're going to have a lot of jobs that are already happening. Foxconn, they make the iPhones for Apple. They're building a massive plant in, as you know, Wisconsin. You've heard about it. These are seriously big plants with thousands of people that are going to be trained. And Apple's going to come in. I said to the head of Apple, very good guy, Tim Cook, I said, Tim, I want some of those plants that you're building in China. I want some of those plants built here. And they're going to do that. They're going to do it. So we have a lot of great things happening, a lot of great stories. I want to just say about Governor McMaster, because, you know, we have... Oh, medic! Medic, are you okay?
He's down.
Can we get him a medic, please?
Doctor, he said doctor.
Yeah, take your time. Take your time. You have a doctor?
Yeah, right here.
Doctor?
Yes, Mark.
Have it? Good. Thank you. Go ahead, take your time. Take your time, Doc.
Help him, Jesus. Help him, Jesus. Help him. Help him.
He's looking good, I hope? Is he looking good? Thumbs up. Those are the people we love, right? Take your time, doctor. Thank you. Just take your time. We're all together.
Talk about first responders.
That's right. As long as he's okay, we'll call the doctor a first responder, right? That doctor got there fast. Wow. No, he looks good. He looks better than I do. That's good. That's good. Thank you very much. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you very much. That's great. Thank you. So I just want to thank, if I could ask the governor to come up, my friend, my compatriot, worked with me so hard. I told you before, worked hours that are unbelievable. Peggy, if you and the family could come up, it would be terrific too. But I just want to say, I'm with this man and I'm with this family. They have been so incredible, and they showed me the ropes a little bit. And I said, he's a talented guy, and he's doing really well. I tell you what, the polls, I saw some polls, and you know I'm a poll person. Then I don't believe them, but I like to read them. It turned out most of the polls weren't too right about the election. But, you know, they forgot to add the 9 points or 5 points that they always say, right? Because they only poll Democrats, right? You know, they poll Democrats. They do a poll. They say Donald Trump. They say 41 today. Yes, and then they have a little head. We have polls proportionally more Democrats. I said, why do they do that, right? I always say, why do they do that? I know why they do that. So I just want to say his poll numbers are fantastic. He's doing really well. People respect him and Peggy and the family. Amen. And he's a terrific person, terrific man, works so hard. He loves South Carolina. He loves the people of South Carolina. And I just want to say, it is my honor to give my endorsement to Henry McMaster. He's going to be for many years a great governor. We'll take 4 at a time, by the way. But he really is. I'm so happy with the job he's done. I'm so happy every time I call and I say, how's Henry doing? They say he's really a great governor. He's doing some special job, and he does it with his heart. And Peggy, I want to thank you for putting up with all of this stuff. Thank you. Thank you.
So, as I said at the beginning, this is a magnificent man. He's changing the way people in the country think. We're getting back to basics. We're getting back to the start. We're getting back to being proud. So let's say one more time. He came here, you remember, in January and won the primary in February, and he's been winning ever since. He'll always be a part of my heart. We love him and want you to come back and get the president. Come on.